Yes, indeed. Thank you very much. Aloha, everybody.
Aloha.
I was going to say, please sit down, but that's impossible. For those who can. Yeah, grand, just grand. Well, we have, the reason that there's such a large gathering at this particular moment is because there are literally a series of bills all related to one another that the legislature has put together in response to some very real needs in the community. I'm just going to summarize them real quick, if I can. HB 529, where sufficient liability insurance is involved. John Mizuno was a key in this, along with many legislators that are here today. Then HB 120, the post inspections online. D. Morikawa was instrumental there. The Department of Health will be posting on its website copies of inspections of licensed care facilities. Everybody recognizes that the care facility is coming into increased prominence. What at one time, back when I can recall very, very clearly, when Ben Cayetano and myself and Duke Kawasaki and some other folks were more or less at the beginning of the phenomenon, if you will, of care homes, assisted living, care facilities in general, other than the hospital itself and skilled nursing capacity. When this began to come into prominence, we recognized then, and it has only become more prominent since then, that our population was going to age, that the capacity of people to have the kind of care that they need in an atmosphere that was respectful and dignified and personal was going to be of increasing importance. And literally an industry or a phenomenon around that in terms of industry emerged. So the necessity of seeing to it that licensing and professionalism has moved way beyond the origins, which were simply an impulse of caring, an impulse of concern and compassion for those in need of the care. It's gotten to a point now where it is literally a profession, and as such needs to have professional respect given to it. So whether it's liability insurance, whether it's posting the inspections, doing the inspections, then appropriations for the Kupuna program. They up till now have been not ad hoc, but on a yearly basis, as if it was something that could be taken care of, and then next year we'll see whether it's still needed. Well, obviously, not only is it still needed, but the need is growing, because the number of people over 60, over 65, over 85 is growing. And those who are living longer are growing. And the circumstances that are involved with that taking place in our society, and when I say society, I mean society as a whole across the United States, but most particularly in Hawaii, because the proportion of people living longer is growing in Hawaii. And then work group to oversee the DHS to DOH transition. Again, John was a key in recognizing that, establishing a working group to oversee the transition of community-based facilities to the Department of Health, and then reporting financial abuse of an elder. In fact, one of the things I'm going to be doing after the signing is putting out a directive on this. And here's what I'm hoping we're going to be seeing coming up all over. Hopefully we'll be printing it in the newspaper. I'm going to ask the newspapers and the television stations, the media, to take this and print it as a public service. And print it big, not in a little paragraph down in the also rans or local and with the latest fire or announcement of a highway closing. or something. Get this out there like this. Take a quarter of a page so that people can cut it out and they can keep it. Who to call. There's the police. There's the State Adult Protective Services for each island. It's a sad commentary, I know, that we would have to do such a thing. That this would even, this idea that there would be a need for such a thing needs to be addressed legislatively. But nonetheless, that's the realities. Now, I usually get a list of people who are maybe in attendance, but as you can see, it's filled up an entire page, and in the back as well. And that's why there's so many people standing here today. These bills are here as a result of the work of everybody in this room. And so it's obviously impossible for me to ask everybody, each constituent group or institution or individuals who are interested, both in terms of commissions, legislature, and all the rest of it, to speak. But in particular, though, I would like, when I get the opportunity to sign, as I will in a moment, I'd like to have all the legislators that have been involved and are coming here today because of their commitment to it, to come up for it. And we will certainly, I will take the time and we can take pictures with everybody in here who would like to have this commemorated today. I see that the association is here from different islands as well. And the police, everyone here. But in particular then, I wanted to comment about the support of Susan Dowsett and John McCarthy from the Honolulu Police Department, Assistant Chief of Police and the head of the Financial Crimes Detail. Because I think, I'm sorry to say, they're going to be crucial. The police may unfortunately be the catalyst for the implementation of much of what we're talking about and what is manifest in this legislation. Just as a little anecdote to point this up, I remember when I was a member of Congress going to Lanakila on a community day. We had an HPD. We had everybody there on fraud. You know, you get the calls. You've won the lottery or the sweepstakes, and you have to give some money and there's what to do and how to work it. And I thought I was so sly. I had the police there. I had the FBI there to talk to people about how not to get fooled. We had numbers to call, all the rest of it. And I even got the postal inspectors. I thought that was my coup. I said, surely I'm the only member of Congress that is smart enough to get the postal inspectors there as well, because you get stuff mailed to you, and it's interstate commerce and all the rest of it. So I'd gone through the whole spectrum, including the postal inspectors, and the lady in the front had paid particular attention, very intense, taking notes and all the rest of it. I thought, well, at least one person has gotten it. And so we got through the whole thing, and I said, are there any questions? And she got up and she said, oh, I'm so glad that you're finished, that you got through it all. Thank you very much. Now, I'm wondering if you could help me, because I've just been informed that I've won this prize, and I go, oh boy, right? And the poor thing it hadn't sunk in at all. She was so enthusiastic about the idea that she had won something. And the person who had told her that seemed so sincere that she didn't realize that she was on the verge of a possible financial disaster for herself. So this is real. This is not some abstraction, and I'm very grateful to all of you, whether it's on the financial abuse, whether it's in compassionate care for those who otherwise would be left adrift, left to founder, and have no one to care for them. So thank you very much for all of you being here. So with that, I'm going to ask the legislators. I see Will is here from the State Senate. Angus, I see you, and Greg, Joe, everybody, John, Romy, can you come up? Or anybody else who's a legislator that I didn't spot. We'll sign the bills, and then we'll get everybody up for pictures. Let me just say in conclusion that this is a good example of legislative action the way it's supposed to be, where there's a genuine issue, there's a community concern, it's expressed, and hearings and analysis, and then that's turned into legislation that has a positive meaning and a long-term impact. This is the working group bill, HB 398. And this is the financial abuse bill, SB 102. And SB 106. This is the Alzheimer's disease and related dementia coordinator. And this is certifying bill, HB 120. And relating to the care homes liability. Done. This one, can you put that under there, John? And I think I'll use the care home bill as the as emblematic of them all, and we'll take some pictures. So we can see it.
Okay, one right here. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Then one right here. 1, 2, and